In the counseling office, I was so privileged to be able to help other individuals figure out how they could find balance in their relationships and in their emotional well-being. But sometimes, as I would do so, it became very obvious that these individuals, when they would go away from the office, would get back in contact with the individuals who were helping create and perpetuate problems. Sorry, Al. In personal life, in their extended family, or maybe a social group, or a system that they were involved in organizations, or the work setting. They would go back there, and the individuals that would be in front of them would bring so many dysfunctional tendencies that they would progress, and they would not be able to apply some of the insights that we were talking about in the counseling office. So many times when you are in the presence of someone who's grossly narcissistic and unhealthy, their need for control, their selfishness, their condescension, that you fail to develop fully your own better alternatives. These individuals can cause you to lose sight of where you want to go, and as long as you continue to stay in their presence, they can keep pulling you down into the ditch where they reside. So what I want to do is I want to talk with you about how to know when you need to change your externals. Sometimes, as you're trying to be that better person from the inside out, Hey everybody, sorry. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. You're probably listening to my dog in the background. Drinking. We just came back from her. Hey, Mrs. Lady 14K Deal Sparkle. Hey, Kai and Kayla's mom. Hey, Angel Smith. Hello, B Hardjet. Boy, he's drinking. I did a video yesterday, and they heard him. It was about how to look up a case on Pacer by BS Icon versus the Fisher King Pain, and one of the commenters said, "I can hear something in the background." I was a boy eating and drinking. Whew. Are you okay, boy? Are you done? He's been with me today out doing errands. So thank y'all so much. After the last few days been happening in the YouTube streets, I thought I'd come back with another video for my narcissism series and giving some general things that are going to help people in their regular everyday life. Hey, Shanna L, but also can help people on social media, because that's what more of my focus is. The articles that I read, the counselors that I refer, the videos that I watch and take notes and stuff for, a lot of them mostly focus on either personal relationships, friendships, families, co-workers, and the workplace. There's not a lot about narcissism on social media, but I feel like a lot of the things that they cover, I'm definitely finding examples of that on social media. I do find some like mental illness, surviving narc survivor, Dr. Romani, surviving narcissism. A lot of the different some of these people are actually have narcissistic personality disorder. They are in therapy because you cannot cure narcissism personality disorder, but you can definitely do things so that your relationships with people are better. But there seems to be a lot of people who are falling victim to that, and it's because social media is being used as a weapon by the narcissist. And I do think because I've been dealing with narcissists on this YouTube, and identifying that, hey, I'm because I'm an empath, I'm very much a magnet. So hopefully some people can learn something from my video. Yes, it's for entertainment purposes only, but also I give you hopefully some tools, some references, some videos, some articles that you can also use to do either your further research or to get yourself some further help that would help you on this social media platform or offline as well.
So this is Surviving Narcissism, Dr. Les Carter. Um, and he came up with 8. Let me go see if I can find it. Um, I thought I had added it. 8 reasons, basically, um, why you need to end a relationship with a narcissist. And so I'm noticing that I've been talking to you all the past couple of weeks about, the narcissist using flying monkeys or enablers to help, them to gang stalk, cyber harass, or go after their narcissistic supply. And flying monkey could be someone that is naive or involuntary. They think they're just, hey, just checking up on you, but they're just using someone to get information on them, or it could be someone that, hey, just signs up, or it can be someone that's being bribed or blackmailed into being a flying monkey. And then my last video, one other video, I said, you're not crazy. The narcissist is doing things to harass you. You may think you're crazy, but you're not. They actually are doing it. And then the last video I did was the narcissist will turn on their flying monkey. And we literally was seeing that the last couple of weeks. And then the last couple of days, I saw 2 different instances of where basically a flying monkey, I think, stood up for themselves, Kimmy Love, and I don't know if they did the discarding or if the narcissist did the discarding themselves. And they finally just spoke up and just hopefully they are now, free from that. We'll see if that continues. Because sometimes what happens that we've seen time and time again, the narcissistic supply or the flying monkey will return to the narcissist, or the narcissist will say, hey, let me come back, or hey, please come back to me. I'm going to change. And that's why I said what I said in my thumbnail is that, you should not let them come back. Do not let the narcissist come back into your life. If they are not going to do what mental illness did, and that's actually go to therapy and do the steps and do the work to be a better person so that they can keep their spouse and keep their children in their life, then you just let them go. Okay. And so let me see if I can on the put here on the screen the 8 steps that he's going to talk about. And I'm going to, y'all hold on a minute. He's going to um, talk about, and he is a licensed professional who actually works with other people. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. Hey, caramel butterfly. Okay, so let me get change my banner so that y'all can see. These are shout out to the subscriber who did this and for his other video. Let me play it. And so this is from Dr. Les Carter. And he's coming from the point of view that he works with, he does the videos and everything like that, but he also takes on clients. And so he works with clients who are working on having better relationships. They have been subjected to narcissistic abuse by either a member of their family, their romantic partner, their spouse, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, and also, or it could be a coworker, it could be your boss, okay, it could be a classmate, it could be, hey, it can be even be your pastor of your church or the religious leader of your organization. Okay. So look on the screen. And so he cites these 8 different things that tells you like, hey, I should end this relationship, whatever it could be, with this person in my life who's a narcissist. And like I said, a narcissist can be a parent, it can be a spouse, a girlfriend, or romantic partner, it can be a work colleague, it can be your supervisor, it can be a coworker. And in our cases, if we're talking about social media, hey, it could be another YouTuber, it could be a moderator, it can be a chatter, it can be just someone you've met through social media, your Facebook friends, okay? Twitter buddy, text buddy, someone you met on Tinder, someone you met on Grindr, someone you met on eHarmony, someone that you met through another acquaintance. All right. Remember I said some of your relationships, some of the people you meet, they're confidant, constituents, or comrades. And unfortunately, on this internet, we have said too many times, "Oh, this person was my friend. This person was my friend," and then we found out in the long run, hey, I was more of a friend to them than they were of me. And you should have ended the relationship a long time ago. And what I've been seeing the last couple of weeks, we saw, um, we saw Kimmy Love finally end her relationship. Uh, well, she finally spoke up for herself, which we kind of like been saying. And same thing we had told TJ, same thing people were telling about Goomba. A lot of people kept saying, oh, Goomba's going to go back to Jag. Goomba's going to go back to Jag. He went back one time. And then the second time, he never looked back. Because sometimes you got to figure out, hey, I got to end it with the narcissist. Unfortunately, you also, when you end it with the narcissist, you have to also be careful about how you end things. And maybe that'll be my next video. But this video is basically saying like, hey, you need to end your relationship with the narcissist. And in this case, I'm also going to say you do not need to let them come back, or you do not need to return to the narcissist. You are being subjected to narcissistic abuse. Okay. And also, if they had flying monkeys, flying monkeys participated in carrying out the narcissistic abuse. The narcissist cannot, harass, cyber harass, gang stalk if they don't have an audience, if they haven't convinced other people that you are the problem and they are not. They usually try to switch it up and say that hey, I'm the victim and the other person is not. And we find out later on that hey, it was just them. Oh hey, Cheryl Arlie. Yeah, definitely. She did all those things. Right? Initially, smear campaign talking to Goomba. Okay, Pete. Yeah. When they were no longer her friends, because I think with Wright it's conditional friendship, and I think also some of these content creators, um, some of them is conditional friendship. And the thing about a narcissist, the narcissist, one thing I looked at Dr. Les Carter and Dr. Romani and mental illness is they talk about the narcissist likes to be the center of attention. They like to be the biggest star. Like a lot of narcissists are actually leaders. They're movie stars, they're dancers, they're singers because they love the accolades, the praise, the being on stage, the being the center of attention. They love it. You hear a lot about, um, movie stars with, or especially movie stars with diva personalities, or even male stars like, hey, you gotta have this way and this much money, you gotta have their room ready, you gotta have this and that, because hey, they like getting the awards, they like their attention, and when they don't get it, then it's gonna be a problem, right? So yeah, he's really good. He's one. Like I said, I follow several of them on here, and I've even been discovering some others too. Um, so this one that I really was listening to, I was listening to a lot of different videos the last few days, but this one is called 8 Indicators That You Need to End a Relationship. So let's look at about ending a relationship. And he brought up some very good.
These individuals can cause you to lose.
And the thing is, he also talks about it from the perspective that, hey, you go to therapy, you go no contact, you move back, you just, you don't make a fuss, you just end it, you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to do this, and all of a sudden they bring you back into their realm. They bring you back to a place where, hey, I'm back where I was with this individual. I was doing so good, and you think like, hey, they said they're gonna change. They said they're gonna do this. They said they're gonna do that, and then they love bomb you again. They hoover you again, and then the process starts again. Okay, so I really want people to think about this. If you are a content creator, if you're a chatter, if you're a moderator, if you're just a person that's watching someone, just think about someone that we've been watching on social media the last few weeks, or someone in your life, and think of that person and look at these 8 things. Okay, and so we're gonna look at Dr. Brown. Let's see, Dr. Les. I'm sorry.
Family, or it may be a social with a narcissist or a narcissistic system to an end. So I'm going to give you 8 indicators that will tell us it's time. You need to examine.
Okay, I'm going to put the link in the chat too.
You need to be in a different set of circumstances. And by the way, so I'm going to give you 8 indicators that will tell us it's time. You need to examine what's going on inside of you. You need to be in a different set of circumstances. And by the way, as I give you the 8, I know I'm going to give you one bonus at the end of it, okay? The first indicator, number 1, that says you need to bring a relationship to an end is that you wind up losing sight of who you want to be. One of the questions that I would like to ask people is if I could get you to list out the characteristics that you like to have most predominant in your personality, they'd come up with a real good list. Well, I want to be patient or understanding or kind or firm, and I want to have a sense of well-being. And as they would talk about who they want to be and what their definition of self would be, then we would think, yeah, and in what circumstances are you least inclined to be that person? And there would be so many individuals who would work against that when you're around someone who's constantly pushing against your good goals. It's a reminder that says this is someone who's not good for me. It's bringing out the worst. I need to get into a different set of circumstances.
Now, this was I'm gonna use my own self an example. So over a year ago, like I still am. I'm in therapy. I'm taking my medication. I'm seeing a psychologist and a psychiatrist. I have a accountability partner, a friend of mine, who's able to say, hey, you need to get offline today, or hey, let's go out, or hey, let's go walk the dogs, let's go do, something productive. And they all were telling me like, hey, why are you going back into that chat? Because every time you go over there, there's a problem with one a person in particular. And so, and finally, my friend was telling me, my accountability partner was telling me, and then finally my therapist was like, because I asked her a question, I said, well, and they asked me, well, why do you keep going back? And I said, well, these were my friends. These were my, like I said, friends. And she says, but how are they treating you when you're over there? And I said, badly, getting timed out, getting talked to, about or talked to crazy. And she says, you are remembering how things were better before, and it's not like that now. You're going to keep going over there and you're going to keep getting hurt. It's not going to change. And there's no use in you thinking like it's going to go back to how it used to be. it's just how it is. And that finally had to hit me, and that people who I consider friends, who I wanted to be around, because remember, I'm a person, I'm a chatter, I like to be in the chat, but I had to tell myself for my own peace, so I can stop getting my own feelings hurt, so I can stop being narcissistically abused, right? I had to stop going somewhere and being subject to that abuse, because I couldn't go there and be myself. Okay. And sometimes, you know what? Yeah, that is lonely. But then guess what? I had to go find other things for me to do with my time now, offline and on. Okay. I hope that hit somebody, help somebody. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one.
A second indicator that says you probably need to bring that relationship to a close is that you find yourself going back to agitation and frustration with those individuals.
Exactly.
There's some individuals who themselves are either very angry, or they have a knack for creating anger in you, and you wind up having this edginess and irritability about yourself. And it's like, I don't want to be that person, and yet they keep coming at you with all sorts of reasons for you to feel that way, and you're over there thinking, what's the deal with you? Or, I hate being treated the way that I'm being treated. And when you find that the initiatives that they're giving to you just continue to perpetuate that tension and frustration, again, it's an indicator that says this is unhealthy and I need to get away from that. A third indicator.
Okay, so you have to go over there. You have to walk on eggshells. They're asking you questions. They're being nice, nasty, right? They're being very much shady boots, and you're like trying to figure out, like, what the hell? Like, what's going on, right? Didn't we see a lot of that with Kimmy? Didn't we see a lot of that with other people around Jaguar? As long as you were compliant, as long as you were on board for what she wanted to do, it was okay. She could say, "Shut up, Kimmy." But this last time, she said it with her deep, nasty voice and said, "Shut up." She didn't want to talk about something dealing with her new boo man. And Kimmy was like, "It's not just what you say, it's how you say it." And Kimmy started talking about all the things that she was doing for Jag. And then Jag mentioned something about, "You're getting on my nerves and everybody's getting on my nerves." Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay. Sorry, getting something delivered. So now, and then like all of a sudden, remember when TJ finally left Jag, or Jag finally left her, it was mutual. She was always leaving. And then this last time, all of a sudden, TJ let Jag come back on her program, and then Jag started talking crazy to people in the chat that were supporters of TJ. And TJ did nothing. And TJ did the same thing when Jag was talking about Naisha, or talking about her children, or making her the subject of it. It was like always an excuse. Then all of a sudden, here goes TJ back over on Jaguar's program. She thinks everything's okay. And then all of a sudden, there was the setup. And then all of a sudden, TJ was like, "Jag, we talked, 4 hours today offline. Why are you talking to me like this?" Because all of a sudden, Jag was like, "Well, why are you not defending me? Why are you telling everybody about my, my bottom part, my vagina? Why are you not defending me? Because we almost got swatted." But that wasn't the conversation y'all was having earlier offline. It's different now because you got set up to be a part of the show. Because guess what? Jag is still resentful of you not doing something for her. Because remember, narcissists want their flying monkeys, their narcissistic supply to be this. They want to be the center of your. They want to be the center of your world. They want you to constantly defend them, come to their aid, to do this and do that. And TJ thought, "Oh, Jag is letting me back in," but no, she let you back in so that she could re-injure you this time, discard you, to show you like, "Oh, you're the problem, not I'm the problem." Okay. Even now, she was calling her on the phone, and then I think she was trying to talk to was it Kimmy about who was Ace Tony and all that kind of stuff, and it was just like, okay, it's still like, what's going on, you know? All right, so let's go. Oh yeah, guess what, Cheryl Ali, I follow Spiritual Whistleblower. I follow her. I really, and you know what? I missed out on. I missed out on, actually. Was it last year? She came to Houston, and I found out after she left, and I was like, "Dang it! I wanted to go to her. I wanted to go to her. What you call it? You know." So I'm hoping next time she comes through Houston that I get to see her. Okay, here goes number 3.
That says you probably need to get away from someone is that you can find yourself having a general pessimism that has crept in, even when those people are not around. You can have been so beaten down and so criticized or second guessed that when you're around other individuals, you can have a bad mood. There might be people who will say, "Are you okay?" or "You just don't seem like yourself." And you're over there thinking, well, I am in a bad mood, and I'm kind of wondering who's going to be the next person in my world that's going to give me the garbage that I don't want, that these people over here are giving to me. And when you notice that your mood is just pulled down in a general sense, that says you're in an environment that is not healthy for you.
If you find that when you are around them, you're getting angry or you're getting sad or you're getting upset, I'm going to use myself as an example again. That was me. It was like, dang, how come after I'm talking to them, I'm drained? And sometimes this happened to me with online people and offline people. Think about it. You probably got some relatives right now. You can think like, damn, if I come around now, I'm just going to end up being sad or maybe take it out on someone else and talk to them crazy. A lot of people have said that when they watch Jag, they leave with a really bad negative energy. Okay. And there's a lot of people in here we've seen around her on panels, in chats. And when they were around her, it was like, who are you? But then all of a sudden, they're no longer around Jag anymore. And it's like these people are a different person. They're not under the spell. They're not picking up certain habits. Look at the glow up on Goomba. Heck, look at the glow up on Legina. Look at the glow up on Jag Mama. Everybody just starts fooling with Jag. And it's like they've been transformed. Because guess what? Narcissists are energy vampires. They are energy vampires.
Fourth indicator is that you can find yourself in an overall defensive posture toward individuals. Because narcissists have such a need for control and they're so condescending in the way that they do it, you're constantly wondering, well, do I have to justify myself and defend? And so you can put a shield around yourself. I don't want them to know who I am. I don't want them to know my business because it never does end well. And so your walls go up and you're not sure if anybody's going to believe you. And then that defensiveness, it goes with you with other individuals.
That means also your support, people who actually have your back, they are limited because now you start seeing you're closing off from being your true self with other people who are not them because you start thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have to do this around people. Like narcissists don't like it when you have other friends. Think about your own friend group. Think about your own associates. Think about your family members. Think about content creators. Think about Jag. Think about other content creators we've also seen on here too who say, oh, I don't care where you go, but then they get mad that you somewhere else. But it was like, I thought you said you didn't care where I go, but obviously you do. Be honest about it. You know? Um, what's the first thing that what does Jag say to certain people? Oh, you're acting like when she talks about her Sam Odom Sr. or when she talks about Goomba, or even when she talks about TJ, even when she was talking about Big Homie Sip, right? she was like defending Big Homie Sip, but she was also trying to throw digs at Goomba, saying, "Look, I'm with this man. This is the man I'm gonna marry. And he's helping me relaunch Philadelphia. He's gonna do all the things that my husband said, my estranged husband said that he was going to do. That he said under God that he was going to do." And it was like, oh, like okay, so this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing now. You know, you there's this expectation that, hey, this new individual. Okay, so I'm just saying, like, think about the type of people that they want around them and how they want you to act. Okay, and are they okay with you being around other people? Not necessarily. Okay, I have friends that want to meet no new friends. Okay, and I think I had missed out on a chance of knowing some really good people. Now, even myself, this time it's like, okay, I got to be more selective in who I become friends with. I have made some new friends that I wasn't expecting. Even though I took the stance of like, hey, I'm just gonna be friendly, even though sometimes I think I'm still too friendly. But I think I do am making a little bit better decisions now. But guess what? After having narcissistic abuse, you have to be a little bit on guard on here. Like, oh, I just can't be too friendly. I can't be too this or too that because of this person or that person, because the narcissists make you second guess other people. Not everybody is a narcissist. Now you keep running into the narcissist, you have to look at yourself and say, okay, what am I doing to attract these people? You know, and you know,
You're not
okay.
meant to live in a defensive posture. And so when you're with individuals who are so offensive, that's another signal that says this is not a relationship you need to stay with. A fifth indicator that might indicate that you might show that you need to move on is that you eventually just pull back on your natural healthy initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
There might be groups that you want to join with, or there might be some friends that you like to spend more time with. It just creates more problems, or I just don't feel like it, or there might be activities that you enjoy, and I don't feel like doing that. And you find yourself wanting to have certain pursuits, but you feel so deflated, or you just are in a bad mood, or there's just maybe you're isolated because of those narcissists, that you just kind of have this sense that says, well, when I'm in the public, I just feel like I'm acting and I'm not allowed to be myself.
Oh my goodness, I feel like he's speaking to me. When you go on a panel or you go in someone else's chat or you're a member, sometimes people don't look at you as like, oh, you're an individual going into the chat, going into the panel, being a member. Sometimes they look at you as part of a group, because sometimes the narcissist wants you to be all about what everybody they want you to be. So they sometimes are going to get upset with you, or a lot of times upset with you, for like wanting to do your own thing. They got a problem. How many times does Jack say "My Squad Undivided"? How many times does she say "My Squad Undivided"? And then when you see them, they go live. All of them are there in Jack's chat. They go live on their channel. Here comes Jack and the other mods on their channel. They go to someone else's live, like BS Icon, or even when they went over there trying to mess with the eyes, or AT2, or even when they came trolling in my own chat over a week ago. It was Jag and 3 or 4 of them came together. It was just like my squad undivided, and I'm just like, wait a minute, y'all not even. What is this? Because they are acting as a unit, and when you're not there, there's a problem. I think there was also one time, I think Jag was talking to Kimmy, and then they were saying something, and then Jag was upset with what's her name, the baby, the baddest, the something, I don't know. And then remember when Manny TV got his wrench taken away because they were upset that Manny on his own initiative went over there in TJ's chat, right? And like he couldn't make a decision on his own. I think he just got his wrench back. But now that yesterday, Kimmy done lost it's no longer well, according to Jag, Kimmy didn't get her out cash apps that she was supposed to hand over. Oh Lord, did she say that about somebody else? All this stuff that Kimmy been doing, Kimmy said she been covering things she didn't want to, right? She got Solar scheduled Solar to come to Vegas. We even heard from Solar in a while. Where's he at? Right? You got her boyfriend up there. You got up there having fun. Kimmy up there having fundraisers for you. Yeah, she's triangulating because Jag likes to pit people against each other and then have them fight over her. It's entertainment for her, and also it makes her the center of attention. Always turns on and over money, and I bet you Kimmy probably gave her a whole lot of money. Why is Kimmy making plane tickets so that you're a what? New flying monkey enabler that was in the way of you and your husband, and that's why you ended up in a hospital a year ago, ma'am? Come on now.
And as a result, you wind up stifling the healthy initiatives that would come from the inside of you. Does that sound very familiar to you?
Yes, it does.
Now, the sixth indicator that says you need to move on is that you may have a general inclination towards suppressing your real needs and feelings and preferences. Narcissists can be so overbearing and they remind you over and over. We call this gaslighting, by the way, that you don't know what you're talking about, or you come up with wrong conclusions. That you can carry some of that the doubt that generates. You can carry that with other individuals. And it's like, well, I don't even want to speak up anymore. I don't want to say anything because it's probably going to be wrong anyway. And so,
and the thing is, the person is, you're probably right. You're probably RIGHT. You're probably correct. Like, hey, you shouldn't say this. You shouldn't do that. Kimmy Love was trying to do that with Jag, but Jag was like, I don't want to hear it. I'm not talking. Your friend was the one that was handling the StreamYard. She was holding a fundraiser for you to get your man to come see you. She's telling people that, hey, send Jag the cash app, not me. But you're going off on them. And I think at one point she would say, hey, let's not argue. Let's not do this right now. Okay? And I've been in other situations myself. It was like, hey, why? I don't think we should be, talking about this right now. Let me do something else. And then all of a sudden, it's like it blows up, but you're the only one, you say, the voice of reason. But since so many people are not agreeing with you, especially the narcissist, you look like you're the one that's not on board. Right, Shirley, she accuses everybody of stealing money when she's destitute, but then she forgets about how they were out here helping her all this time when she was destitute. She's over there saying stuff about okay people. It was he and his subscribers who got Jag out, that got the money. And look what she's doing now. And like Shana Way said, she's entitled and ungrateful. Entitled and ungrateful.
You can have this notion that says, I just feel so spent. I don't even want to extend any kind of energy where I might be reminded, just like that narcissist does, that I'm just not a right kind of person. A seventh indicator, and this is one that's just kind of undergirds everything that I'm saying, is your self-esteem has faltered.
Mental health, physical health.
Each person deserves to be respected. And
exactly.
Deserves to be reminded that you are an individual who has value and worth. But the narcissist is so transactional and they're so competitive. It's like, look,
transactional and competitive. Y'all remember when OG Patrice was moderating for over there on is it Profits Plus on Jag's Keeping the Bean podcast, and everyone kept saying like, oh, OG Patrice did a good job moderating. She even did moderating better than Jag. So Jag couldn't give her own friend and say, hey, thank you, OG Patrice, for holding it down, because she was late and then she left in the middle of it and then she came back. She was over here keeping the force down, keeping everything down, and people were in the chat giving her props and saying she did a good job, and Jag couldn't even do that herself. Well, why are you telling me? Won't you tell her? Like, girl, that's your friend. She was holding you down. Why can't you give her a little shine? She's not trying to replace you. She was being a good friend. She was like the other person can't get a reward too. Like, what does Jag think about what she always say about people? Like, oh, I am the content. Y'all wouldn't have any I make channels. You wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for me. Like, she's the end all be all. Like, it's we call this the Jaguar rights sector, and but really it's because the content, a lot of it is centered around her, what she does. Either people like her or don't, and then we also have discussions ourselves, and we also do other things besides her. But she really does think she is the content. But then at the same time, I mean, this is her sector. But then when we don't talk about her, she gets mad and gets upset. So but yeah, just think about, it's transactional. What does she do with real life productions? You were over there having whatever contract you was having, and they were getting million views off you, but you wasn't getting a million views off yourself. Then you're in jail and you're coming out and you're like, oh, they owe me this money because they're making these videos about me. Well, you gave them the didn't you let them do it because they're a friend? You should have made a much better agreement.
You just do what I tell you to do. We're going to be fine. And I had altered. Uh, One of the things that I believe is each person deserves to be respected, and each person deserves to be reminded that you are an individual who has value and worth. But the narcissist is so transactional and they're so competitive. It's like, look, you just do what I tell you to do. We're going to be fine. And I had to be up. You're going to be down. You get that message over and over and over that you don't measure up or you're not making the grade system, that it can wear you down in the self-esteem category. It's like, oh, maybe I'm not any good. Maybe I am defective. Maybe I am the problem. And when that's an ongoing kind of situation, it's like, I need to get away from people who reinforce that kind of thinking. And then an eighth indicator that says that you need to get away from a relationship, and that is you can find yourself gravitating towards self-sabotaging behavior. There can be times when you can feel rebellious. There can be times when you feel like, I don't even care anymore what happens. And it may be that you'll go into addictions, or maybe you'll develop irresponsible lifestyle habits, or you'll start hanging out with the wrong people who bring out the worst. And you can seek consolation from the wrong people. And as a result, you wind up being more and more drawn into patterns of life.
Think about Jaguar's behavior. What does Jag like to do? She likes to drink, smoke, and go out to eat, and she likes to gamble and spend money. Think about it. People are no longer with her. They glowed up because now they had access to their money. They can do what they want. They're around a much better environment. Okay. Legina was helping to keep the lights on. Mama Francis wasn't even on the proper medication. She's supposed to be a diabetic. And I think Lachelle said that once she, got access to her own money and on a proper diet, that she really is not a diabetic. She was over medicated. There's no mental health problems. She wasn't on the right medication. Wasn't getting the. Okay. Think about TJ. TJ already has a history of being an addict, and now she then went with Jag, one who doesn't have a stable home life or a source of income, who additionally likes pills herself. So it probably was very easy for TJ to fall back into addiction. They're getting all this access to money, but we're not having a stable place to stay. And it was like, what was y'all doing all this money? Codependent relationship. Jag had a codependent relationship with Goomba, with TJ, Big Homie Sip. Be careful, sir. Be careful. You haven't met her yet. Mm-hmm. Haven't even met her yet. Yeah, purple sea moss and metformin. And then Lachelle, I think, said her mother had access to her own money. And I guess not going to the doctor. You see how she is now. And she didn't even need to be on that. Look at what Jag and Solar were doing. Google was trying to, they were supposed to go from Shreveport back to Dallas, I-20. Is it I-20? Supposed to take 3 hours. But it was taking them a lot longer because Jag wants to stop everywhere, show Solar everything, tell him Google to pay for this, tell him Google to pay for that. Going to this Chinese restaurant. He needs to get back to take his medicine. He had bags underneath his eyes. She calls the police on him saying he got a gun. Because he was tired. She just wanted to keep smoking and drinking and doing everything else. Then go to the barbershop to beat up on your man with someone else. Ugh, make it make sense.
They're just simply not good for you. So you can see that you can have this willingness to take care of all the internals that you have, but if the externals are working against you and these patterns continue to persist.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Hey, I saw a comment. She is not kin to Solar. This is what Jag does. It's about her triangulation. Um, she creates these fake relationships, familiar relationships. I mean, we could say in church we're brothers and sisters in Christ, and black people we're brothers, sisters. We make a community. But she don't know no people. But thing is about Solar, why she was really attracted to Solar. That was a new person that she could triangulate with her husband, and also that he was willing to be an enabler, a flying monkey, much better than her husband was, and he was willing to co-sign and enable Jack's behavior. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's 8. I know it doesn't quite go with but it's you say in my own words, or actually the person who typed it is in their own words. But here's number 9 he's gonna give.
Where that says it's time for you to move on. And that is, I'm hoping you can have a sense of resolve. That would be an indicator that says, I'm at a place where I don't need to be in this kind of situation anymore. I deserve better. I'm going to live better, and I want to make something good of my life. So let's pick up on that indicator and see where that might lead you towards. For example, you can think to yourself, well, that narcissist wants to be in control of me. Well, I'm resolved that I'm going to live as a free person, and I'm going to come up with my own well-conceived ideas about who I am. The narcissist may want to discount your choices,
mm-hmm.
but I'm not in the self-discounting kind of position. I'm going to listen to who I am and what I say, and I'm going to go ahead and give credibility to my preferences and my interpretations. The narcissist doesn't esteem you, but you can resolve to say, but I esteem myself. And I want to position myself so that I can be in a place where the best can come from me. The narcissist may be defined by anger. And you can have a sense that says, well, I'm resolved to allow myself to feel anger whenever it's there, but it's not going to be a defining thing. And when I have my anger, I'm going to manage it in a clean kind of way.
Okay, we're going to stop right there. Like I said, the last thing I want to resolve that I want to be better, do better, and not basically, like give me love. She spoke her speech. Hey, sure, Arlie. Oh, you were on my backup channel. That's cool. That's cool. I hope you. That's fine. So let me put surviving narcissism in both places. Start at the 2-minute mark. Um, now I remember to put them in both places. Hey, Linda Gibbons. So glad you can be here. Okay, start at 2-minute mark. Okay. There you go. So I hope that gives you like, hey, these are 8 reasons or 8 things. Like, hey, I can't do this around a narcissist. I need to go somewhere else. Okay. I need to end this relationship. And we'll probably do another video where we'll go over like, well, how do you leave a narcissist? How do you end it with a narcissist? Please hit the like button. Because guess what? You can block someone, you can stop associating with someone, and it doesn't have to be a final goodbye because they are probably going to cause a scene, you know. Okay, there you go. Put that over there. And let me put it over here on my Facebook channel too. Okay. Put this over here. Wait, is this the live? Okay. Wait, I'm in a live. Okay, here you go. Okay. So now, I'm going to play something for y'all. This, yeah, you basically said it. Now, if they are a covert narcissist, uh, definitely ghost, block, keep on moving. If someone that knows them is a mutual starts asking you about, hey, so and so said they were worried about you, just let them know right off the bat, hey, that person's not good for me. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk to them. They're, don't, yeah. Um, Block them on all social medias. When I say block and bless them, but most importantly, block and bless it for yourself. Okay? All right? You don't have to make an announcement, but I do notice that when some people, especially on the social media, when they fall out with certain people, they want to turn it into content and want to make lives and stuff. So just let you know, with narcissists, they want the back and forth. They want you to say something. They do things to get your attention. Then you just gotta. It's hard sometimes. Ignore them. That's why I say you have to block some folks. Okay. You gotta watch stuff on the replay, in the bushes, in the clouds. Okay. Yeah, especially if the narcissist is also violent. Because there are narcissists who are violent. You don't want to tell them what you're going to do. Like, hey, I want to break up. Well, maybe you just need to break up silently. And it means just if you're not living with them. You don't need to make a post about it. You need to make something else about it. You just need to move on. And I've learned that the hard way. You know, please hit the like button. Please like, share, subscribe to my LMSYT channel and also to my LMSYT reactions channel. I'm trying to think. Hold on, I'm trying to. Must be having something delivered. Okay. So I want to play this. This is from that was Dr. Les Clark. That was about, why you should end the relationship. Yes, you're totally right, Cheryl. And then, boy, it's something delivered. And we'll get into that another time, because with leaving, when you have to, like, I say, you're in school, they're a coworker, they're a manager. You say, hey, boy, come here. You're a good alarm, you know that. You have to learn some things to the Gray Rock method. And that is, so you can keep peace on the job, because they like to turn things and what you say into arguments or to make you look bad on the job. And so sometimes you have to do some documentation. Sometimes you got to go to HR. There's one of the cases you have to go look for another job that's away from that person. Or you might have to go the legal route. Oh, okay. Groceries here. Okay. All right, boys. Stop walking into people. Okay. So let me put this on for y'all. This is mental illness. And he had a very good video. And this is about not going back to the narcissist. Okay? Because the narcissist, you can discard them or you can just leave them. Let's say you end the relationship. That doesn't mean they might not try to come back around and do what's called hoover you to get you back into their good graces. Okay? So let me show y'all something. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for listening to me for the last almost an hour. Okay, that's not the one I wanted to show y'all. Okay. So, yeah, they were forever hoover you. You're correct. So this is from one of the articles that I need to put the article in the description. But I'm gonna put the music on and we get the groceries inside the house, and then y'all can look at the chart. Because what I really am talking about is that what Dr. Les was talking about is that when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you're actually in a cycle of narcissistic abuse. And you really are he's really saying, hey, you need to end this abuse. But unfortunately, sometimes it's a cycle and you end up back in the cycle with them. So I need to add my own music to here. Do 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 do. It's fine. Okay, boy. Hey, everybody, I'm back. Finished one of the groceries. There is, let me try to find it for y'all. This is mental illness, and his video, I need to find a longer version of the video because it really spoke to me today. I was playing it over and over and over and over and over. Let me. Where is it? It was a video short that they had. Dang it. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me, satisfaction guarantee. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me, satisfaction guarantee. Please like this, like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. What is Cheryl said this yes, I am gonna provide a link to this. And dang it, where is mental illness? Okay. Wait, this is it? Wait a minute, where is the short? No, they had a really short video. Is this the short video? Oh, I think this is it because it's called "What If Your Friend Is a Narcissist?" And let me go and get the article that I got. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me, satisfaction guarantee. Call me if you want to talk to. Call me. I've been watching you, boy, and I got what you want, got what you need. Wait, is this it? My friend, it's a friend of mine, and my number and call me anytime. Call me if you want to talk to. Oh, here it is. It's called Flourishing Hope Counseling PLLC online counseling and life coach. This is where I got the the first part of this, the cycle. Yes, I idealize, value, discard. If you look at Jaguar within the last year, like, I don't know who's in grad school right now. I be wondering, like, should I go back to grad school? Because Jaguar is literally a case in narcissistic personality disorder in social media. Like, she's like, somebody can be writing a textbook about this. You know? So I'm like, hey, y'all.
Nigga, did you know that I can see you? Nigga, you right
there. Exactly. We can see you. Sorry, that was actually an accident. But it kind of does go what we're talking about right now. We can see you. And this is the much bigger version of what we're talking about that I got from the website. Okay. If you look at it, very much idealizes you. Think about what she's doing with Sip now. Think about what she did with TJ. Okay. About how she was all love bombing and love, Then when they don't, then all of a sudden when they do something you don't like, they devalue you, and so they get you back in line to do what you want them to do. So you go back and do everything they want you to do, so you can get that love back. Okay. Then when you're not living up to your expectations, either as their narcissistic supply or their flying monkey, they discard you. They may ghost you. They may go away. They may block you. They may say, hey, don't come back here again. Then when time has passed and maybe their new supply or their new flying monkey doesn't work out, then they come back and hoover you and tell you how much they miss you. They love you. They love to come around holidays, special occasions, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Just saying, be careful. All right. So here is the link. Let me put it in here. Y'all can Narcissist. Okay. Oops, sorry, y'all. Okay. Do y'all see the link? That's the link. That's what I got the this from. Okay. Like I said, I look at different articles and stuff, and I just want to look at what they're seeing. I found mental illnesses. He did a short, maybe at the beginning of his short. But it was another video I saw. Okay. Okay. So this is mental illness. I'm going to put his link is in the description. And he talks about what if your friend is a narcissist. But he had one video that I was trying to find that really talked about what if you going back to the narcissist. It's like, why do you keep going back to them? And it's like they are not going to change unless they really do steps to make you. And he also talks about how it actually gets worse when you go back to them. Okay, is this it? And he has lots of videos in that. Like, hey, every time you go back to the narcissist.
No contact and you reach out to, and this is common right here, y'all. If you break no contact.
Okay. So I'm gonna put the link to this. This is mental illness. And this is the like if you decide to go back to the narcissist. Let's say they discarded you and you let them come back, or they beg you to come back. Okay? All right? This is mental illness. Yes, they want you to side or agree with them. Right? You think they're gonna change and they don't change. They actually just stay the same. So listen to this, y'all. And this is a question he's answering to someone on TikTok. He asked, don't do it, y'all. I reached out and he said the abuse must not have been that bad. He completely invalidated my experience.
And this is common right here, y'all. If you break no contact and you reach out to a narcissist first, they think that you are okay with the behavior. They think that you are okay with how they treated you. I mean, he even said it. He said, "Oh wow, it must not have been that bad since you reached out to me. Because if you are the first one to reach out, you just are saying you were okay. You're giving the go ahead to treat you worse if you take them back. If y'all end up back together, it's going to get worse. Because why wouldn't it? You already said you were okay with this level of abuse, so let's kick it up a notch. That's why no contact is so important. If you can go no contact, I know having kids and things makes situations more complicated." But Grey Rock works as well, most times. Also, if you reach out first, you are pretty much taking responsibility and accountability for every failure of that previous relationship. So once you get back together, if you get back together, you can't bring up any bad things from the old relationship before y'all broke up. Because by you reaching out, you said it wasn't that bad, right? Stay strong. Hope this helps. And this is common right here, y'all. If you bring
so that's one. I'm really trying to find the one where he was
So this comment is correct right here, y'all. A lot of narcissists do not think that they are deserved.
Man, I should have saved it. I didn't do that. I apologize, y'all, because it was really good. And he was like acting out what the narcissist does when you let them come back.
Have if you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, that if you keep going back,
Is that the same one, y'all?
like and subscribe. So this is the thought process a lot of people have when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people. That if you keep going back, it will get better. Like if you keep giving them more chances, they will understand what they're doing to you and what they're putting you through, and they'll change for the better. But typically, when you're dealing with narcissists, it gets worse. The more you go back to that person, the worse it gets. Because in a narcissist's brain, they think that you are okay with their behaviors because you keep coming back to them. No matter what they do to you, you keep coming back to them. And narcissist's mind goes something like this. So I'm treating you terribly, right? Yes, you treat me so badly, yes. But if I'm treating you so terribly, why do you keep coming back? So to me, it can't be that bad. It is that bad, though. That's why I keep leaving. But you also keep coming back. So is it that good? There are some good times, but I just wish the good times were more than the bad times. Well, look, I'm not going to change. I'm just going to be me. And that's the mindset of a narcissist. I'm not going to change for you. I'm going to be me. Take it or leave it. Hope this helps.
Did y'all get that? Because guess what? I went back to the narcissist a couple times, 2 or 3, till I got it into my head. There you go. You're telling them, hey, all the little 8 things that you did to finally, that Dr. Les was telling you, hey, you should leave this person, you should end this relationship. You forgot all about that and you let them come back, or you went back. Mental illness, his wife left him. That's what ultimately got him the help that he needed. He was like, okay, let me actually go to therapy and actually do and he worked on the steps. And now he actually helps other people with his social media. There's another guy, I forget his name. He's diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder too. He has a channel. But most of the people I follow, they are counselors. Okay. And a few of them have actually been, like myself, empaths who have been hurt by those who are narcissists. Okay. And the thing is, in this past week, like I was talking about with Kimmy and Jag, when I was talking about, her being basically devalued, then discarded, mutual discard, and she like stuck up for herself because she couldn't be her authentic self. She wasn't being valued where she was. She was doing all these things, and the narcissist Jag turned everything around about her, and she got discarded, or she just left, and just when hopefully she doesn't. Yes, mental illness is diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, and there's a white guy. that I follow too, he's diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder as well. Yeah. And I want to say they've actually done some videos to get together as well. Both of them are, I guess you call it, they're self-aware narcissists. Actually, that's not the only. There's another guy I follow too, who's also a self-aware narcissist too. In his video, he made a really good one about the holidays, and he actually spent the holidays by himself, which I was like, man, why are you spending holidays by yourself? But then when he explained it, like, hey, I'm a narcissist, all this merriment and stuff like this, like he hates it. And so he actually was doing a good thing by being by himself for the holidays and not being intentionally around his friends or family and making them have a bad experience. Because that's what narcissists do too. They will, oh yes, they will ruin the holiday. Ruin it for you and everybody. My best friend, I was her buffer. Like she's my accountability partner. But I'm also hers. I was her accountability partner for Christmas because her mom was being a narcissist ruining the holidays. She was. So I was her buffer. Yeah. Yeah. So let me put that. That was actually a much better video than the one because he was acting and I was like, yeah, you think about all the great things that they did, and that's what they do. They do that stuff in the love bombing. Because if you remember when Goomba said, someone said, was Jackie or was Jaguar always like this? And he said, no, she wasn't like this. He said, and he said, I fell in love with Jackie. He didn't fall in love with Jaguar. But Jaguar was the one that was having a problem with. Oh, this is okay, Lord, y'all. It's called his name is Raw Emotions. He's another self-aware narcissist. He's a white guy. The one from Christmas, I think he's narc survivor or is it narc abuse? He's I think he's from the Middle East or Europe. Yes, social media definitely. This social media is the narcissist. This is how they get flying monkeys, and this is what they can use to cyber stalk and harass their narcissistic supply. This is This is the new playground for them. Like all the articles, all the stuff that I've seen about narcissists and flying monkeys. They will say, hey, they will use social media to, cyber harass and stalk. That's not the only thing they do, because they will also show up to your house. They will call you. They will get other people to call and come by your house. But definitely more attention needs to be put on, like, hey, what are they doing with social media? Definitely. Yeah. They're reaching out and touching folks that are not even in their location. They could just, it was like, who else was within difference? Now they can just do it online. And the thing about it is, with the community guidelines on these different social media platforms, depending on who's the owner, is how much damage some of these people can use. Like right now, Facebook and Instagram seems to be doing a much better job at I guess sometimes it depends on what it is. Harassment. Unfortunately, some people who are like into social justice or trying to help the community, sometimes they get flagged by, the MAGA people, I call them. And then just with YouTube, they just want you. I mean, they have the community guidelines about cyberbullying harassment, but they'll pay attention to copyright faster than they will cyberbullying harassment. And you have to like really like, yeah. So Twitter under the old people was better at the community guidelines on top, but now under X phone on his Twitter, now under Elon Musk, he allowed Trump back. So I'm just like, sorry, you just allow anything. Yeah, she does. And then those same people are like, Y'all the ones harassing Jag. Y'all wouldn't have anything else to do. Talk about if it wasn't for Jag. Well, guess what? I got other content besides Jag. I don't see you in the comments. I don't see no views on them videos. And you only get so many dollars per 1,000 views. Okay, so with Jag, if she was doing her own social media right, she be getting more of those views herself. How did VS come over here into this sector and making money off interviewing you than than some of us, not all of us, than some of us that was already over here? How much of that money did she chip off for you, Jag? Huh? How much? Because them videos went into memberships. And VS gets several hundreds of people in her chat. So, but that's her buddy. So maybe I don't know. Cause Jag, this is what I think Jag does, which I think she, like she said, she love bombs and she does things that are goodness of her heart. But the whole money thing then becomes secondary, and then there's some way of her getting some money or some change or whatever. But then when that's not enough, another person finally gets tired, then it becomes a problem. She says she paid her. Okay. VS says she paid Jag, or Jag say VS paid her? Because she did have her cash app up there, and then when Solar was up there, she had Solar's cash app there too. But Jag, don't be saying the same shit like you were saying for real life. Talking about they owe me so much money, they did it on my life, but that was with your friends. So, oh, okay. Oh no, she really does mean that. That's why I feel like she does have bipolar with some disorder tendencies and narcissistic personality disorder. She don't want to give no fucks, but then she want other people to give fucks about her. Like, man, we what other well-known people are giving a narcissist? A lot of entertainers are movie stars, singers, dancers, politicians, um, your pastors, your religious leaders, because they like being the center of attention. They like how it feels. Um, they like the accolades, the cheering crowds. They like being, seen as a person of authority. You know, not to say every movie star, singer, dancer, whatever is a narcissist, but it's just quite a lot of them are, because they thrive in that environment. But you also have people who are, managers at jobs that are narcissists. And you can tell by the high turnover in the work, their employees. I mean, what woman comes out and says, I am the content? And remember, Goomba came back and got out the hospital, and that she went on, they went on Real Life, then they went on Spotlight, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the Spotlight video, Jag started talking bad about her own husband. And I said, wait a minute, didn't he just pick you up out from the goddamn hospital? Then all of a sudden, she had a whole incident at the airport. He had to run to rescue her. And then she's like, that's my husband. He doesn't like anyone who puts their hands on me. And I'm just like, okay, ma'am. You like, yeah. Then when Goomba discarded her, right? Goomba discarded her. Then she made herself be like, according to the chart, she made herself look like the victim. Like, oh, my husband left me and he's let up there committing adultery with Nikki. Well, what the hell was Jag doing with TJ all this damn time? Now she talking about she gonna marry. Then she told TJ, oh, I'm gonna get a divorce and I'll marry you. I'm like, that conversation was so narcissistic. So narcissistic. Then she said the other day on Kimmy's live talking about drop the Johnson. Because, you know, she goes on there and Jaguar right John. But, oh, drop the Johnson. And then Kimmy was like, well, what do you want to be called? Just Jaguar. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she said, I'm talking about the man I'm going to marry. I'm just like, and that man didn't say shit. I said, wait a damn minute. Did you do this married thing with TJ too? Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Whew. Yeah, she called. Didn't she say on didn't she go on King Payne and said something about, oh, he put a gun up into my head and I had to call the police. And then like Mama Frank, so not Mama Frank, I think Sam Jr. had to go out there and tell the police like, oh, he just got a cell phone in his hand. That's why he was the barbershop. He was trying to get away from you. And I think he really didn't want her to come to the barbershop, but she wanted him to come to where she was. And he was like, I'm not coming where y'all were. Well, if you want to see me, then come up here. That was, you know, but then unfortunately she rolled up there and that's what happened. So, but I want to hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to put that article in the chat. Yes, they could have in this day and age. We still in. Like you gotta be careful. In Dallas area already had a couple of incidents in Botham Jean. Botham Jean. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Can you hear me? I've been talking to myself. I was telling everybody to please join me on LMSYT Reactions channel because I'm going to go over there and I'm going to talk more mess. In regards to these narcissists, flying among and narcissistic, and so I'm going to name names over there. I'm on backup channel, so join me over there over on that channel. I'm going to end the live on the main channel and Facebook. So please join me on the backup channel, LMSYT Reactions channel. Okay. That one's not monetized, and I can say a whole lot more. Okay. So. All right. So let me in the. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Is it gonna let me do what I wanted to do? Not yet. Okay. Boy, seriously? Okay. Okay. I'm trying to get it to let me in.